Hi there, welcome to the Obachanchatter. Excuse me. It's about probably about 9:30 almost. It's 6:27, 24, June 27th, 24. Okay, listen, you ain't here for me to be rambling. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm a little bit sleepy and I'm cold. I sitting on this thing, ain't got had no robe on. Ain't got no. I don't have a robe on. I'm freezing. What if I can reach that one on the end over there? Anyway, I might get it in a minute. Well, anyway, listen, I'm here to discuss this presidential debate with Biden and former President Trump. Okay, first of all, just to be just before I even get to the debate shit, because we ain't gonna be here all night, I'm just gonna get to it. Who the fuck? Who? Man, I should put my name on the ballot. Shit, I'm just saying. This was not helping. This did not help me any. Okay, like Biden's answer, but Biden, man, he was, well, he needs to. He's a liar. He's a allocate. You know, this fellow over here, this guy. First of all, he started wobbling maybe 45 minutes in. Then his voice would. He was hoarse. Was he practicing before he got there or singing? I could hardly hear anything he was saying. His voice kept fluctuating. And then with Trump, I was getting fucking distracted. First, wasn't his hair red? Wasn't he like a carrot top? He had red hair, right? It's blonde. And then this side looked like the wings. They were smooth and the top was like my shit. But blonde. I was just then y'all know if you watch me, I like fashion. Why the fuck does Trump always wear the same thing? He always have American pen on. He always have a dark blue suit on. He always wears a white shirt, and he always has a red tie. And if somebody could show me something different, I'd appreciate it. I swear, I think he's been wearing the same thing started since he started in this campaign, this running for office shit. But if somebody out there got a picture with him other than that's like a uniform for this motherfucker, like the president uniform. It's just crazy. Okay, so all I can remember is like the lies, yo. He was fucking lying. He was like, I didn't have sex with no porn star. Like, why the fuck was you just in court like for like 2 weeks? Then he ain't had sex with no porn star, but he got like 34, 35 charges, right? And then he was doing this shit. He don't take oh my god, he takes responsibility for nothing. Oh, he do take responsibility for shit. I'm talking about Trump. He take responsibility for shit. He take responsibility for shit that's good shit. Yeah. That he think is good. He take responsibility for that. But this shit was crazy. I didn't have sex with a porn star. I was like, why that Michael Cohen dude? And it was you, and it was some jurors and shit. And every day you had the same shit on you wearing now, and you would stop between these. They had these railings up in the New York, I guess, for him to leave. I guess to control the traffic. That's correct. You was talking so much shit. You was about to be like, when he gonna get fined? This shit like $1,000 for every time cause him and the judge didn't get along. Oh, the judge was a fucking Democrat. The defense lawyer was a Democrat. The prosecutor was a Democrat. I was like, and then he does the shoulders, his lips, and his hands. This guy, this guy over here, this guy. Me, I'm just like, what the fuck? And then I don't know if it's because of the way I was looking at my TV, but I swear sometimes it looked like Biden was angling away from this motherfucker. Like, I think he's supposed to be turning this way, but he would be like, look like he was looking like over there. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? Okay, then here we start. Okay. I put it on the first thing on my paper. Biden looking crazy at Trump. Well, first he was looking at him crazy like, why is he looking at that? So they was talking about the veterans, and it's a little bit true. I ain't gonna lie, cause I heard y'all know I'm kind of hooked up with the military a little bit. I'm a veteran myself. I mean, I ain't no real vet. I shouldn't say that shit, cause if you decided to take your life and pretty much give it to somebody to save other motherfuckers, I mean, I'm just for real. You ain't no Jesus or nothing, but I'm just saying you sacrifice a lot. I mean, you just do. And I'll be honest with you, the majority of the people that used to go in the military did not go in the service because some of us wanted to fight for the country. And thank God that you did, because I got a chance to see this mother. I got plans to go other places, and I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Nobody. If you a woman in the United States, bitch, you bad. You a bad motherfucker. I'm just saying. I don't care where you live. Okay, Brazil, y'all might got the body and the color and the hair and them island girls, y'all might have the hips and the this and the that, and over here the Europeans with your fair skin and your blue eyes. Man, where the fuck you from? All of y'all got it. We all got it. But you ain't got what we got. These motherfuckers, the other women in other countries fighting for schools and shit. They fight. They got the fucking. If you in the Arab countries, most of them, if you don't leave your house without you don't do shit without your husband's permission. I think when I was in Egypt, was in like maybe like in the 19 2000, maybe 2002, 2000, about 2002, about 20 something years ago. You wasn't even driving in Egypt if you was a woman. Hell fucking no. But the men they shit. I've been in countries where they got driver's license when the traffic too. You going too slow. The motherfuckers, if they find an opening on the curve to go around your ass, don't think they won't take it. You better move. So I'm just saying, somebody get back to this veteran shit. So anyway, Trump was like, the motherfuckers, the veterans, they fucking hate you. They fucking hate you. And go back to what I was getting ready to say was for real. All the military people told me that when Trump was the chief and staff for these motherfuckers, that's when they made the most money. Just gonna say. Whatever he did in there, he didn't do shit to me. I was out by then. But whatever he did to the people in the courts and the Congress and this and that motherfucker, the military people said under him they made money. I don't know if it was some tax breaks or what the fuck, but anyway, they said they made good. So he was like, and then he's like, everything I fucking did, Trump. He should have said it like this, everything I fucking did, I fucking helped these motherfuckers. So anyway, it was this big ass thing where Jen and Biden said, you you was outside when I was at we was at a cemetery. It had to be Memorial Day recent, or maybe not, but whenever. Recent, I think. Did he say over in France? If France got in there some kind of way. Well, anyway, uh Biden said, and you was out there with a four-star general and somebody else, and you said, I don't want to go inside of there anyway, inside of that cemetery with a bunch of suckers and losers. And he said, my son is not a sucker. That's the worst life I've seen in motherfucking years. My son is not a loser. Okay. You should I think I spit on myself. Oh shit, that shit was like, ooh, you better back up, Trump. You better leave by alone by her turn. He better fuck you up. Oh god. Anyway, he was like, you ain't do nothing for this motherfucker. He was like, I signed all kinds of shit for the veterans. And he got in there, all my great shit. He just threw it out the window. I was like, yo, nigga, who throw great shit out the window? Who the fuck does that? I don't do that. Trust me. If you had some great shit, this what you should have did. So you had great shit, okay? All right, so but I ain't never lived no great. And if I see some great shit laying on the side of the road, I'm gonna pick that shit up. So oh my god, that shit was funny. But yeah, so anyway, Trump rebuttal was like, "Oh, I didn't say that. I didn't say no type of oh, he's a lion." And say that. He said, I would never say that. Why would I say that? I don't say that about dead people. I don't even talk like that. And this person, this general, and he said, "Are you saying that the 4-star general was lying?" He said, "No, what I'm telling you though is that I fired that motherfucker." So my deduction was, Trump, you said that shit like a motherfucker. You called me a sucker and a loser, motherfucker. You're a lie. Oh shit! I was like, "Oh, you talking about that 4-star gentleman?" So he fired his ass. Got rid of him. So that asked this motherfucker. They was like, "Hey, would you retaliate?" The president of the United States. You said it's gonna feel good when I make president and fuck up my opponent. So how you feel? He said your opponent is standing next to you. How you feel about these motherfuckers just asking for it. Oh my god, let me calm down. Oh my god, nobody's gonna kick his ass. So anyway, let me get back to my notes. So anyway, he said, "Dad, okay, it's back to what he said, calling me a veteran, a sucker, and a loser." Okay, he was like, it was 19 people who was standing around. They said I ain't say that. He ain't named no names. Nobody named. But it was 19 people. And I knew who did that shit. It was somebody who did somebody intel with some shit. He's such a lie. This motherfucker, he a lie. He was lying. So he said, then, you said I called them suckers and losers. You should apologize to me. Why the fuck he said that to Biden? He said, the idea. I would I will never apologize to you. So anyway, they go on this year with the war. Oh my God. So they asked Biden a question about the war that's going on that he was asking about which one? He asked about a bunch of shit. Oh yeah, they asked about oh my gosh, my shirt opened it up. Oh, okay. They asked Biden they asked Biden about the war that's been going on over there for 3 years. And Trump was like, I don't want to talk about that right now. What I want to talk about is this vet shit. They love me. They hate him. They say it all the time. We hate this nigga. They love me. Just read this the facts. So they was like, and I still got to go back to it again because I wrote it down. He said, Biden said, what? He's like, man, you you lying on that general. It's like, I ain't lying on that motherfucker, but he fired though. He won't tell nobody else that shit. So I guess only 18 people really know the truth. They didn't hear that shit. Man, they ain't gonna tell you they heard that. The one that motherfucker that heard it, he got guts. So anyway, they was talking about the war, and he was like, um, he said Biden, no, Trump said that Biden told Putin he could do it. He said him and Putin, they sit around and tell each other they can do whatever they want to do. And he said, I didn't tell him that. He said, I ain't say that. He said, I was like, hey, listen, I could have stopped it. I just couldn't stop it. He said, when it came to me and told me that he could take Kiev in 5 days, I was like, no, you ain't gonna be able to do that. And he was like, what do you say? He said, no, no, they just started saying shit. He was saying they was just start. I mean, I'm sorry, y'all. I did write some notes, and they all, because I was writing them in the dark too. Okay. Oh, this is a good part. They was talking about the giving money for the wars, right? And Trump was like, when I was in office and NATO and them came to me and shit, and they was like, yo, we in some trouble, Americas. And he wasn't talking like that, but I'm gonna say it I'm gonna say it so the people that relate that come click on to me, they know how I talk. It's okay. If I need to, but I'm here with my folks, and when I'm with my folks, this is how I talk. So anyway, he was like, I went to NATO and they was like, what you want to do, America? America said, listen, I ain't giving y'all, listen, all right, listen. This is a new game. This is a new fella in town now. We ain't doing shit in America. What y'all gonna do? You bring your money. You bring all this talking and the peace and what this one dragging you and blowing up shit and stealing. You bring some money. Y'all country ain't got no money. Well, shit, we can't help y'all. So he was like, but not this one over here. This motherfucker just open up your bag, Santa here, just start giving them shit. They don't pay for shit. $100 billion, how fucking much money we gave them? God, man, it's America. We just giving money. Nobody got respect for us. It's like, how can you? Who respects us? He said, America, we used to be, we used to be something. What you mean? What you mean? We used to be something. So then that's when they started talking about that January 6th. And this motherfucker was like, listen, didn't y'all hear about 2 days ago? So what they do to Nancy Pelosi? Uh-huh. And they do. I wonder if that this speech, I wonder, conspiracy theory, I wonder if that Nancy Pelosi shit, that statement she made saying, it was my fault. Trump called me on the phone and and he asked me, "Do you want 10,000 National Guardmen to come?" Because Trump was like, "Cause the city, I mean, you could feel it. You knew they was coming." I was like, oh, "Let me get on the phone. You want this?" And she in writing, the mayor and her, or whoever, they just signed off saying, "I don't want it. I don't want nothing to do with it. I'm good. We good." So I was telling the people don't come. And then Biden said something. I ran because I was looking at TV while I was in my golf cart. And I saw, he ain't said that part, but they be living nice. And I saw these West Virginians coming out of the woods, Confederate flags. Like, where the fuck was he at? Where he live? Oh, he had to see it on television. So anyway, oh my gosh, I'm laughing. And my nose kind of running a little bit. So anyway, he says, so they start arguing and Biden says, "Yeah, yeah, he," and then and then, and then he was breathing real hard between that shit, like he need to they ain't gonna make it, yo. I just think, I don't know. I hope it's a write-in on that motherfucker, cause I don't think Biden, his head, he losing his head. He's shaking real bad. Y'all knows that. He looked like he was just. I was like, damn, somebody better get him a walker. But which kind of wasn't no better. He couldn't even be still. It was killing him to shut the fuck up. I'm talking about Trump. He wanted to cut him off. So he think he did cut him off. Let's listen here. So anyway, he was like, you said when you became president that you'll go after your opponents. What president would say that? Why do you think because you the president of the United States that you get to go after your opponent? Is it because you the president? He ain't say that, but Trump answer was, yeah, motherfucker, that's why. And he said, you also said, oh, those people that stormed the Capitol like that, they was, it was a character that talked and breathed like that. Who the fuck? It was a friend from Malcolm in the Middle. They had a little friend. It was a little black boy. What was his name? Let me give me some tissue because I'm driving my own stuff crazy, and I ain't got to reach far for it either. I just got to reach over. And I'm gonna wipe my nose. Oh, I'm over here. Oh, it's kind of running. When you laugh real hard, it's just kind of running. Anyway, I wipe my nose on camera. That's gross. So anyway, he was like, it was a it was a boy on Malcolm in the Middle. He said, "Hi, Malcolm. What are you? What the? If somebody can send, if you're watching me, put that in the comment. Malcolm in the Middle was a comedy with what's this guy's name? He's a teen star, but the father was from Breaking Bad. One of the main characters in Breaking Bad. He was a school teacher. Anyway, let me get back to this. So anyway, he was like, he said, "Why don't you have receipts?" He decided with those people. He sent them up there. He said, "Yeah, he said he's a Democrat. He's not a Democrat." No, he said that he would exonerate him if he were president of the United States. He would leave this guy. He would leave this guy, this alley cat, this, this person. Said he do something like that? And then Trump said, when was his turn? "Ah, I'm just insulted. I can't believe you just insulted the greatest Americans in the world. Fighting, standing. That motherfucker is trying to get them votes." Yeah. So anyway, what else I got in this motherfucker? Cause I've been here 21 business. I ain't told y'all shit. So I started talking about abortion, and they was like, "What would you do different, Trump? I mean, Biden, what would you do?" He said, "I tell you what I'd do." He said, "I reverse that goddamn Roe versus Wade." And let me tell you something. When I was a kid, if that's 51 years old, that means when this shit started happening, I had to be around 6 to 8 when the verdict came, right? Wow. Because he said it was 50 years ago. He said, "I'll tell you how I fix it. I'll put it back." So I was sidebar. I was like, "Oh, it's Roe." At this age now, you know how many times I've heard this Roe versus Wade shit before, but I thought that was one person's name. I really thought that was one person's name. I was like, some kind of abortion case about this lady named Roe versus Wade, but I never thought like when they verse you in court. I thought that was the bitch, the lady, the person. I think it was the dude. I don't know who the fuck it was, but that's even worse. Let me stop talking about this shit because I sound ignorant. I look ignorant. Well, anyway, I ain't got to worry about it. It's about to come back, I think. So anyway, and he was like, so Trump just kept saying this shit. I was like, I've never heard of no abortion like that, where the baby can get 9 months and you can snatch the goddamn baby. Not unless, not unless it endangers the mother. Now, I don't know. I ain't never been in that situation. If I carry the baby for 9 months, and it was my life versus the baby life. If I have kids already, that baby ain't gonna make it. Yeah, because if I got other kids, I need to be around for my child. And whatever this guard plan was, he can't decide. I help him. Yeah, because I want to see my kids grow up. What this one gonna do? Ain't gonna have no other woman coming there raising my baby and my kids and shit. No, while I'm dead. I don't want to be dead. I want to be raising my family. And if you ain't like what I said, you put that shit in the comments. So anyway, you tell me, for real. I ain't got so big I can't write you back now. I'll talk to you. Yeah. I get enough hours in this motherfucker, I'm gonna go live. So anyway, listen. So he was like, ain't nobody say that shit. He was like, that's what they want to do. At 9 months old, they don't want to kill the baby. They just want to kill the baby. They just want to snatch the baby out the mama. This is what it is. Take 9 month old baby just crying to his mama, trying to get some breast milk. Just want to take it out. Just fuck this nothing. And he was like, ain't nobody say no shit like that to you. That is not what that shit is about. That's what you say. That's what you say. So he said, what else did he say about abortion? He said, they take the life of the baby in 9 months. In 9 months. He was like, Trump was like, he's lying. So I'm like this, listen. What the fuck is the point of the debates? So they could just, you know what I'm saying? First of all, why the fuck is he running again? He's a fucking felon. He can't even have a gun. You can run for president of the United States, but you ain't supposed to be no gun owner. Because I heard when you were a felon, I thought when you was a felon that you couldn't vote, or did they overturn that? Because if they did, then they tell something about friends. I mean, I know some people that's felons. I mean, we don't sit around and talk about voting shit, but I'm assuming I ain't heard it. So why? So you can be a felon and not vote, but be a felon and run? This shit is crazy. And you know how you can tell how crazy that elections is? If you a YouTuber and you watch this motherfucker, you ain't always gotta watch all that celebrity bullshit. I tell you the truth, the celebrity bullshit is more tame than this political shit. That and I'm just gonna say it. I ain't dispersing all our sisters, all our brown women that's fucking around in that political world, but the ones that's got a little bit of power, I ain't lying. I was glad to see that Chinese lady in was the Riverside that they had the raid on her home and 5 of her offices and shit. And she said they just fucking with her like that. She said they wanted to, but they raided her home last week, and then she did something where she was like, it looked like it was fake crime. But she might be. They say her name is Tao, and I ain't trying to mix up no shit, but she Asian, whatever Asian for her thing is, but aesthetically she look Asian. But she was like they was trying to do a recount or something on her. Well, anyway, her issue is, I know it's a sidebar from the shit, but it ain't really a sidebar because I'm just telling the motherfucker who ain't really. I'm not no political activist person. Like I'm one of them bitches that I would run, but I ain't crazy. I know the shit I done done. Ain't nobody going. Who gonna man? I wouldn't for me. So why the fuck would I run? So anyway, let's get back. Something with the police chief in Compton. I think that's what her shit is. Is it Compton? I think that's what it is. She fired his ass for whatever it is. He got a lawsuit against her. And ever since then, them motherfuckers say that's some for real wild west up in that motherfucker. They shooting in the daytime up in that bitch. Yeah, but this dude was giving a report to their local news. I saw a little clip. He was like, yeah, I mean, pew, 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 pew. He was like, oh, that shit happen all the time. Just better make sure you duck. It's like, damn. Yeah, the fucking I don't even think the police is policing. That's how fucked up it is over there. So anyway, she was all like, no, it's a political thing. They're trying to get me. I've never did anything wrong, and but they seen you sitting over there in Vietnam on a trip that they told you not to take. That thing she Vietnamese, and because Vietnamese want to do business with Compton. Now, I, anyway, this political shit is crazy. So, anyway, they get on this immigration. Oh my God. Trump say, all the goddamn borders, all the states is border states now. He'll let anybody in. They killing us and raping us and all the terrorists that come, hey, coming through our borders. And then Trump said, Biden said, he's lying. Oh, we're looking that way. I don't know where the fuck, but I'm looking to you. He's lying. Trump said, okay. All the world is terrorists all over the world. Just like, and Biden said, he lied. And he said, so they said, Trump, they said, when your ass make president, because he said, yeah, because when you make, he said, yeah, when I'm in office, I'm gonna do the biggest fucking deportation America's ever seen. So it's like you talking about people with jobs, people that's this, people that's born here. I mean, what you going? I mean, not people that's born here, but motherfuckers they ain't got that paperwork and shit right. But they still working. They ain't committing no crimes and shit. It's gonna be the biggest one ever. So I said, well, you know what? I hope when you start with deportation, you start at the White House with your goddamn in-laws, cause they ain't from here. Get rid of them. So he was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. He was like, I might have the biggest migration. He said, we don't increase. That's what we call Biden. We call him. We call him the migration. Biden the migration crime something. He said let everybody come in. He said he living in luxury hotels and look at that. And then he said little girl that got raped in New York the other day, who got assaulted in New York the other day. Excuse me. Who got assaulted in New York the other day? Excuse me. She got, she got dosed by, she got told by immigrants and stuff. And he said hundreds and thousands and thousands. He said about every category. Every 9 month baby is being snatched from the mamas. Hundreds and thousands and thousands of people are being killed. I was like, huh? I mean, I heard about some people being fucked up, but not hundreds and thousands of them. And I was like, this motherfucker look crazy. They both look crazy. So anyway, um, what else I got? Okay, they started talking about oh them hostages over there, and he was like, if it was for he said, if you make me president, he said, I make me when I become president, I'm gonna stop the vote me president. I'll stop the vote before I take office. I was like, go ahead, talking. He said, you know, He said, if I had to stay, he said, you know what they call him Biden, they call him the Palestinian. He said, Trump said, I don't do nothing. I was like, put your money up. He said, the hostage, the ledger, he said, Gaza, and he said, so, wait a minute. President Biden said that they can release, get the hostages, the American hostages released, but it's gonna be like in 3 phases. And he said, guys ain't trying to hear that shit. He said, but they still really trying hard to negotiate. So he said, you know, remember when this fool attacked he attacked Iran? He said, I said, damn, he losing his voice talking about Iran. So he said, so Trump was like, I was like, fuck that. I ain't doing no more of that bullshit with the NATO people. Y'all want us to do some shit? Well, you come on here with some G's. Tired of paying for everybody's stuff. So he said, so uh, Biden said that they got into the war. He said because you think Russia just gonna stop at reclaiming old Russia, or what they believe is theirs. He said you think they gonna stop there? You don't think after he get Russia, he ain't gonna want Poland? He said no European war, no war fought in Europe has ever stayed in Europe. Yeah, it has always enlisted other countries. So I mean, had to, it ain't it's everybody it'll be bigger than what it need to be. Than what need to be. So he said I was. So then that's when Trump said I was starving Iran. Wasn't nobody about none of that shit. And you know what? Nobody wants our shit, but this one over here, he bought all that shit. Everything they got, man. Ooh, America, America. He wasn't saying it, but that's how he was acting. He said, they don't. He said, this one over here, I set up all kinds of shit to starve Iran. This motherfucker was over there done. They couldn't buy shit. Who could they fight? But this one, he buy everything. So anyway, he was like, he's a liar. So then after that, so he said they started talking about. No, I think the president Trump called him stupid, or he can't run. I don't remember if they had talked about a health question. I don't know because my cable started acting crazy. I was live streaming mine off of HBO, and that my shit was whack. So they had nothing to do with my HBO. Just have to do all my cable was fucked up. So by the time it came back on, it was off. So I don't know if they covered health, but if we was covering health, it would have been that Biden is he can't take another blow. He can't. So anyway, they started talking about. I think Trump. I was all jumping back and forth on pieces that I can't remember, or I think I can recall. And Biden was like, "Ah, you're a fucking felon." And I was like, "He was like, you're a felon, man. You're a felon. When you having sex with everybody, you got the morals of an alley cat, man. You're horrible. This man's he's a liar, man." And he was like, you calling me a felon? How about your son? That is the felon. He was like, "Oh, well, he ain't got his sentence yet, but he a felon too." He's like, "He a felon." I'm trying to, So what you gonna do about that, huh? So I'm a felon, and so is your kid. And so he was like, he said some old bullshit. So he said, I'm glad that I had to deal with this bullshit, cause they had me fucking with that Alex, fucking with that porn star. I mean, accusing me. My numbers in the polls went up because of that. Thanks. He said, I was able to generate more money in that week than I have for, I guess that meant a lot in a long time. So anyway, listen, I'm gonna have to. Yeah, this is a sure sign. What we watching today is a sure sign that you got to watch from when they come in. And I ain't gonna really say I'm that cool on Biden because he been in office. He had been in political. Well, he's 70 something. He been in fucking the political ring about that long too. And back in the day, cause it's that he said like he with the border shit, he was like I was able to get I was able to get bipartisan agreement on the shit about the border, meaning I guess both sides of the party, everybody agreed everywhere to make the shit happen. And he said, and they recommended my recommendation for presidency, I'm supported by the border folks, right? And then Trump said, know he ain't. I'm supporting because, there was like traffic cuts up down the lot since the war. I was just like, man, I hate somebody playing in my face. He was playing in my face, and I think that's another reason too. I started doing shit like I think that's why my notes look so shitty because I was like, a debate ain't supposed to be no goddamn joke. You know what I'm saying? We supposed to be picking motherfuckers to lay the foundation for our little people that's coming behind me. Like I don't see no. I'm just like this gonna be this. It's some shit about to really happen, and I don't know if I didn't even want to say I want to see. I don't want to see. Only if God gotta let me see will I see, which means I'm not going to do nothing to make myself leave here until He removes me. But I really don't want to see. Y'all ain't seen, and I have seen. I have had I can't even call it the luxury. I have had it's not a luxury. I have had the insight of seeing the aftermath of post war. And for those of you who don't, what's post war? I have seen the aftermath of that shit. I have seen it. I've seen it. I've, I've been to places in Afghanistan. Yeah, I've been some people that I work with was killed over there in some build, when they blown them and they shelling shit. And it ain't even that, cause after they come and they move the bodies and you had the burials and shit, and all the shit, the dust is settled. What do you see? horrible streets, people living in condemned buildings because they ain't got nowhere else to go. You know, water shortages because they have them. You know what I'm saying? You can't run your water during certain times. If it's they have curfews and shit. So that's why I say, when I was in there and I was talking about, if you are a woman and you are in America, bitch, you is bad. Do you understand me? We have babies when we wanna, when we don't wanna. We pick the who are. We don't give a fuck if the people is carrying now babies. We work out, don't work out, eat, have surgeries, get married, divorce, plot kill people, steal. We do all kinds of shit. In them other countries, motherfuckers don't even care if that bitch don't even know how to spell her name. And I'm for real with that. Yeah. They have no regard for women. Man, in some countries, rape, prosecute somebody for raping you, a woman in another country, girl, get the man. It ain't probably till maybe this. I'm gonna say this last. I'm gonna say maybe 20 years that when a woman somewhere else say she get raped, that they take her. I mean, they take her ass serious. Yeah, over there, they don't even say shit. Okay, they talk now, but before they never say nothing. Yeah, and try to instill like embezzlement and shit. They'll do that shit, but they don't do that. They don't do that shit over there. They do that shit in another country, and most likely they started in America, but they don't get to do shit. No, and still get their ass whooped. In some countries, you steal is your man's property, and I think it was like till 1960. You know, I mean, when my mom and them was coming up, and my grandmother, oh, I can remember some stories. Yeah, that shit that was on that Leave the Viva and what else? You know, we was more like the Roseannes and the Good Times coming up. I'm just gonna keep it real with you. You understand? So whole bunch of shit, but and kids stay kids, but this political shit, I wouldn't know who to vote for. This one's a lie, and the other one ain't gonna make it healthy. And I ain't trying to say Biden is like I say, he ain't got no clean slate with me either. You know what I mean? But this motherfucker right here, and then to say you ain't do that shit. I was watching that shit, and I don't care what nobody say. I love the United States. I wouldn't give a fuck if you green, purple, polka dot, psychedelic. You get it. Long as you ain't with me, I'm a true American, motherfucker. I mean, hey, I mean, I'm a real one. You live my life how I live it. You live yours how you live your shit. You don't like mine, I don't fuck with you. I don't like yours, I don't fuck with you. We don't fuck with each other, but we let each other be. That's how I go about it. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't care what nobody say. If there would have been all black people outside that goddamn Capitol on January 6th doing that shit, leave a comment for me if you ain't like what I said. Shit. I don't care what nobody say. I don't believe that. I believe that they were spared because it was some black people out there, but they the black people who don't like being black. Yeah, because I ain't gonna never let no. I don't care how I feel. I mean, it's prejudice within each race's race. There are white people that call white people white trash, or they're from the wrong side of the tracks, and then black people say she ghetto. All these black people that they have, and then they're the haves, and then they're the have nots. Just people. But this what everybody fails to forget. Don't none of that shit matter. This right here, the polka dot, the color of the hair, don't none of that shit matter. Only color that matter in the world is fucking green. Do you understand me? Only motherfuckers that matter in this world is the dead presidents. There you go. And the ones that matter is on money. Do you understand me? If I got enough money and I tell your ass that I'm white and I give you enough money, you gonna say I'm white. Yes. That is why Miramax, P. Diddy, people with money, people with privilege. That's why they get away with shit because of money. Remember one time Kylie Jenner, they said, I think it was Kylie Jenner quote, and I think I heard my daughter say this over the years: there are no ugly people. They just broke. hmm Now, think of some celebrities. I ain't gonna call no names, because some people, it's a couple people didn't use their money to change something about themselves. But there were some. We just think you didn't even think of no woman. Just think of a man that's a celebrity who wasn't attractive. But after they started getting some money and they got a stylist and shit, and got a little bit of jewelry on, and they got a couple cars with them and shit, and you see them around, them motherfuckers start looking good. Cause I would just take one for. I never thought that Jamie Foxx was very attractive. I'm just gonna be for real. He probably don't think I'm cute either, but I don't give a fuck. I ain't checking for him. And you already know, you see me, he ain't been in my chat. So, oh, well, I don't even have a chat, but he ain't never made me no comment or nothing. But I never thought he was. But when that motherfucker started doing Jamie Foxx and getting a stylist, that he was doing a little bit singing shit. Jamie didn't start looking bad. Somebody else I didn't think that was very attractive for a lot of reasons was Kevin Hart. I just didn't think he was looking. I was like, oh, he's a funny little black man. But after he started getting money, I mean, he's still short, but he got somebody to do his hair a little bit, get a little hairpin at the top, got a little stylist to start trying to dress him a little good, a little bit better. I mean, I could name a few, but there's some who got money and didn't start looking no better. I think Wesley Snipes, I mean, I don't know how much money he had gotten, but he still looked like the same to me. So I'm just saying that, we concentrating on the wrong shit. Yeah. So we need to get back to the basics of, requiring our politicians to do more. Like after watching this, I was like, you know what? I talk all this shit. I'm gonna have to be about it. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I can get a lot. I don't give a fuck if you register to vote. I'm just gonna tell you. I give a fuck about who you voting for. There you go. Do you know? Well, motherfuckers say go vote, go vote, go vote. Okay, who? You know, and y'all got to tell people them motherfuckers that we seen last night are there. I mean, it's just to me, it's like a toss up because to see Trump and to see Biden and to think in our heads that we, the likes of us, or the ones of us that vote, we put them there. But they started down here. And I'm saying shit. I mean, it's just, they got the two senator ladies, the bad bodybuilding, and then the other lady finding a whole track on the floor and holding up on the airport or something, saying, "Hey, that's that black lady eyelashes." Or how I know she call her Snuffleupagus, that elephant from Sesame Street. Just like shit like that. They're calling each other names on the floor. Where is the respectability in politicians? So me, it's just what it's like. I watched the Game of Thrones and I watched the House of Dragons, and it's like watching the King's Cancel Council sit around and had this big ass meeting, and then you go do this thing. They say this good lady, the man named Tiffany Hayden does. I watched this guy. O'Shea. His name O'Shea. O'Shea Duke Jackson. He's so funny. Funny clapping sounds. I love that shit. Anyway, listen. Um, oh my god, I can't stop thinking about this. Oh, I heard him say that she said after they had their big city council meetings that her trustees go around and had secret squirrel meetings. So that's like that's what they do. They, okay, like it's weird. Like Trump said, this was really important, y'all. That I'm gonna have to get off this thing for real, because I'm just rambling now. But it was so important that Trump said, "You want to run for president, motherfucker?" He said, "Your vice president is scared to be sitting down the street with you." And I ain't lying. I ain't seen that. I ain't seen. I don't even forgot what's his name, Michael. Well, I don't even know what this motherfucker. What was the vice president's name? What was his running partner? He kept calling him a coward and shit. Oh my god, I can't think of his name. Well, anyway, he was like, this motherfucker when he fuck with you, he said you had 44, 45 members or 44 members in your cabinet, in your administration. He said, well, none of them motherfuckers co-sign for you. What that mean? Trump run the country like he run his business. I'm not his goddamn business, yo. I'm not. I'm not. And then he don't really have, you got to have to me, to be the president, you got to have a love for the people. And he got a love for the people, but he only got a love for the people that love him. That didn't work that way. When you're a politician, you represent every goddamn body. And it seems like everybody that's representing is on some bullshit. I mean, we got, oh my God, judges carrying on, killing their spouses and shooting and clubbing and just some bullshit. So I didn't get on here telling nobody who to vote for. I'm just gonna. I'm be honest with you. It's gonna be a close. I mean, even the close. I don't even. Just cause of. I mean, ain't nothing special about Trump to me. You know, he do what all men do. Well, no, I'm sorry. He not do what all men do. He does what a man does that's like him. You know, he's self motivated. You know what I'm saying? And you got to be selfless. You know, when he talk, it's I. You know, what I did, I'm great. It's great. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. And then when you don't agree with him, you know, he persecutes you, you know what I'm saying? He like revenge. I don't, that's something, you know, revenge. If you don't cut that motherfucker off at the neck, you know, that motherfucker grows and wraps around shit. You know what I'm saying? You vengeful. When people do shit to you, you want to get them back. That's shit kids do. That's not shit men do. You know what I mean? Or grown women. You know, it's a lot of shit I be wanting. You know, I ain't gonna say wanting to be doing because I don't do that shit no more. If I want to do it, I'm gonna do it. But I don't think like that. I no longer think like a kid. You know, I'm a grown ass woman. And when you grown, you realize there's consequences to your actions. You understand what I'm saying? And he don't really have any. He did a bunch of shit, you know, he was found guilty and he still don't take responsibility for that. It's still they rigged this wrong, this that, this that. That's some bullshit. So, you know, and then like I said with Biden, I like him, but he was doing some shit too, you know, because when he was in office, wasn't all this it wasn't all this, you know, this, you know, he might have felt camaraderie for all Americans in his heart. But you know, we all know at this age when you fucking with this politics, you gotta play the game. You gotta play the game to succeed. You know what I'm saying? And you know, he has come far. I liked him with Obama. You know what I mean? And I just don't. I don't think the stress of his son and I think his health. You know, I just, you know, and like I said, and all the ones that was against Trump and his party, especially that old one. You know, the one maybe. Oh my God, he's from South Carolina. They was teaching this motherfucker how to vote. What I supposed to do? Vote yeah. Oh okay. And there was a woman that did this shit anyway. While you registering to vote, or before you register to vote, or before you register to vote. Then after you register to vote, you ain't done. Start looking to see what ward you live in. You know what I'm saying? Who are your council representatives? What the fuck do they do for you in your district? You know what I'm saying? Where is your county taxes go? See, you just let people let. And I'm gonna tell you something. When I did real estate and when I was a volunteer coordinator for senior citizens home, now older people like past me, they really be. I mean, I'm just gonna say they just be really into that, most of them be in their politics shit, but they like us. They the president level and shit. The little the councilman, he don't worry, but that councilman, that motherfucker becomes mayor or the senator, vice president. If he ain't shit down here, he ain't gonna really be shit up there. Cause this is where you learn how to stand your ground right here. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it's just every time you turn on TV now, some kind of fucking corruption shit going on with this shit. So it's just looking bad to me. It just really is. And I'm telling you, this shit is reminding me of that movie Civil War. The Civil War, that movie that came out 2024. I did a review on it. You should go back and look at that. I like when I can reference my shit. But it kind of it kind of showed what that shit is might be like. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know nothing about Wyoming. I like right where I'm at. You understand what I'm saying? And I like the aesthetics of where I am. Y'all ain't seen nowhere where no shit been fought. And that's, when I saw that January the 6th, that reminds me of, that don't remind me, that was the rumbling. Yeah. And then you already heard this motherfucker say, I mean, he almost make you not scared to vote for this motherfucker. He said, well, if I don't win this one, I ain't win this one was a, this might be a little bloodbath. I'm just saying. I ain't just got the people. So, I ain't feeling so good about this motherfucker. So, I don't know. I keep saying that, which just mean I'm not saying nothing. So, I don't know. If my review don't do nothing for you, I hope it made you laugh because I laughed a couple of times. And I hope, even if you didn't get no information that you got this, that your responsibility does not stop at fucking registering to vote. You got to fucking know who to vote for. And you don't start up there, you start down here. Yeah, you get them why they really, really trying to do some shit. And I ain't gonna say to me to be a politician, everybody think you gotta be a bullshitter. No, you don't. All you gotta do is tell the goddamn truth. I can't do that for you. Why you can't do that? I can't do that because if I do that, I'm gonna have to fight them for this, for that. Don't y'all understand? If y'all want this shit to stop being the bargaining chip, because that's what all this shit is. Okay, you give us that, we get this. If you give us that, we get this. What the fuck is we getting? They getting put in the office. They going to nice conferences. They shaking the president's hand. They meeting world leaders. They on council with this great person and they interning and shit with this one. But what they giving us? Yeah. Fuck that. I almost wish they would go get, it don't even matter no more. One time to be a politician, you even had to have some shit about you. Like not be no cheater. You had to be clean cut. These motherfuckers, they got bankruptcies and they cheaters and they babies out of wedlock and they on the down low because they got a boyfriend, or they got a side chick, they got a girlfriend. And then I'm trying to figure out where the fuck is Trump's wife? Did she just say, you know what? First of all, they stopped. I think his family stopped going to court with him. They was like, man, I'm not gonna see him listen to this bullshit. So they only went to court with him a few times. I ain't see his wife now once. I ain't even seen this bitch. I ain't seen her with him. Is they still together? So anyway, like I said, we ain't gonna never get the truth about nothing. And like I said, I watched him the other day annihilate. They was trying to do like a press conference with Trump. Nah, shit. Sit down, sit down, stop talking. I was like, motherfucker, you was not the president no more. So with that, you could have been anywhere in the world, and I hope you was here with me, and I hope after you get away from me that you really consider just you can start. You ain't gotta go. All you gotta do is worry about your shit where you at. Who in your ward? What they doing? You know what I'm saying? I don't. I'm telling you that shit don't matter. Blue, green, black, red, it don't matter what party your ass is in. The only party is the one who got the most green. That's why fundraising is such a big deal. Because you know what? They get enough money to flood you with all these goddamn. I can't wait till the election year over. I'm sick. I don't even want to start hearing about the shit. Well, you know, when they really start ramping up and shit, I don't want to hear that bullshit. I just don't. And I really don't want nobody to lie to me. So, you know, you got to use your own judgment and go with your own feeling. But I'm like, I don't feel. I feel good about Biden when it comes to humanitarian shit. But I think he tired, y'all, and I think he need to lay down. You know, I think he need to retire. You know, he need to force retirement. I don't think what company let you work this long for them in this type of shit. You know, when they get in the office, they age immediately because after like the first 2 or 3 years, when they come back on TV real good, you're like, God damn, what happened to him? Woo woo. Cause what's his name? Uh, the reason why I can recall two of the presidents that did that. Obama, because you know Obama was like, you know, he had them smoking lips and shit, and then I think like 2 years in, I was like, damn, nigga, what happened to your hair? This shit white like this shit right here, and then Bill Clinton, because you know his shit used to like kind of be feathered. And then around his eyes, that motherfucker he didn't have no crow's feet. That motherfucker had chicken's feet. He had such deep. I was like, damn, being the president worried the fuck out people. So anyway, register to vote, but don't stop there, y'all. Look at your people. See who y'all putting on the top floor for real. Bye now.